To this now 12 years since the Marikana Massacre, no one has since been held criminally accountable for the killing of the 34 Lonmin mine workers near Rustenburg in the northwest. Activities to mark the anniversary of the massacre are underway in Rustenburg. The widows of the mine workers who police shot and killed, as well as religious leaders and some mine representatives, are currently attending the commemoration. SABC News reporter Sentleeng Lehihi is standing by now to give us the latest as far as the commemorations are concerned in Marikana. Sentleeng, a very good afternoon to you. How are the Marikana commemorations going so far? Has Mr. Joseph Mathunjwa addressed those in attendance, and what did he tell them?
Good afternoon to you and our viewers. Indeed, the program has begun in earnest here at the infamous Marikana Kopi, where 34 mine workers lost their lives on this day in 2012. We have seen President of AMCU, Joseph Mathunjwa, join the families of the deceased in laying wreaths at one of the sites where those fallen mine workers were last took their breath. We've seen quite a number of mine workers and AMCU affiliates make their way here to ensure that they are part and parcel of this commemoration, and many of them have actually occupied the infamous Kopi to have a vintage view of these commemorative events. They've ensured that they are here to hear from Joseph Mathunjwa in his address. He has not spoken, unfortunately, as yet, as the program started later than expected, and we heard updates from Advocate Dalimpofu giving us the update explaining the prosecutions that are still lacking behind, talking about the need for accountability when it comes to those who are responsible for the killings that occurred here. We heard from Seri explaining to us as well there that many of the families are still demanding compensation. They're saying they don't only need compensation for their financial losses. They've explained to us that they've suffered quite emotional and psychological distresses that need someone to acknowledge and compensate them adequately. They've not only lost breadwinners, they've lost heads of family, and this is telling of the impact this has had on their families. Some who attended the gathering yesterday where we spoke about beyond state capture, they spoke quite frankly about the impact that this has had on the family members remaining. This has had an adverse impact, particularly on the children who are now living without their fathers, who are now in these, single parent households and unable really to adequately deal 12 years on with this loss. They've explained to us there that they need someone to account. They need an apology. In fact, they demand an apology from all those who were in power at the time during this dispensation. So you'll see, there's a lot of excitement. Young people have also come out in their numbers. This area is a place of gathering. It's a place not only for the workers who were affected, but for the community. A community living in mining areas where they are not reaping any benefits. Squalor, poverty, shacks, no water, no roads. That is the reality facing them at all times. And they say that all those mines that are operating here will likely see their lifespan expire within the next 4 years or so. And this will mean that many of the communities that reside here will continue to live with squalor with no evidence of the wealth that was extracted from underneath the ground. But as we anticipate AMCU President Joseph Mathunjwa's address, we're going to keep giving you rolling coverage from this infamous copy. From us here in Marikana, back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much to SABC News reporter Sentleeng Lehihi out in Marikana.